Jessica Johnson, and in our video today, I will be playing the role of the speech and language pathologist.
And my name is Samantha Janey, and I will be playing the role of the client. Our client today is Brian. He's 6 years old. He lives with his mom and his brother Jake, who is 8 years old. His mom works 50 hours a week, and Brian goes to Kenwood Elementary. He's in kindergarten there. He attends a daycare after school until 6 p.m., so he doesn't get a lot of time with adults for one-on-one interaction. His language delay is, he has poor vocabulary. It's mixed, expressive, and receptive. He does not have a word retrieval problem, and there is no evidence of a cognitive disability or any other developmental delays. His expressive language consists of about 1,000 words, and this is a little low compared to a typically developing 5 to 6 year old. They use about 3,000 to 5,000 words. He speaks mostly in 3 to 4 word utterances and relies on nonspecific language to identify objects and actions.
Today, the approach we will be using is an interactive book reading strategy. According to Kirchner, who is a child language expert, shared book reading provides an excellent opportunity to scaffold a child's contribution to the activity as you read along and as you continue to use this procedure more often. Using an interactive book reading strategy is very useful for children because it can provide children with enriched language input and allow them to see connections between words and their meanings. Also, when used in conversation, good approaches include linguistic recasts, the use of rare words, and open-ended questions. These techniques allow a child to expand their vocabulary and get exposure to words they might not otherwise through this book reading. It is also important to teach new words in a familiar syntactic form. We want to focus on one treatment goal at a time when we are working on vocabulary, so to keep the sentence form simple and familiar works best for children. We chose to read Skip Through the Seasons, a book by Stella Blackstone and Maria Carluccio. We chose this book, hopefully you can see, we chose this book because it has very familiar sentence form, as we talked about, keeping the sentence form simple and even repetitive if that's a way. Each page starts with jump into January, come along with me, and then February is fly into February, come along with me. It's nice to keep the sentence form familiar and repetitive to keep that part of the language simple for the child. However, if you can see in the bottom here, there are a bunch of words that kind of correlate with each season or month that's being spoken about. This provides an excellent opportunity to use vocabulary that may be unfamiliar with children because it can be used as a search and find type of book where you might say, oh, skis, can we find some skis? And if this is a new concept for a child, you could, teach them and ask, oh, what might you do? What are they doing on their skis? What are skis used for? So we thought the repetitiveness of this book was great.
We could talk about building snowmen, the process of building snowmen, learning all these new words, goggles. It's not something that comes up in typical conversation, but it's more semantic or more vocabulary for a child to learn. So this book, it just goes through all of the seasons. It's very repetitive language. The pictures really show the meaning of the words because you can find a flag. So it also, if we ask the student to find the flag, we know that they understand the meaning of it. So this is why we chose the book.
We're going to get started with our book reading. So the clinician might start by reading the book aloud. Jump into January. Come along with me. The local pond is glazed with ice. What can you see? So the book already provides a good opportunity for an open-ended question asking the client what they can see.
I see boys.
Yes, I see boys too. There are lots of boys on the pond.
So Erica now has used an extension, and she has extended my statement of I see boys to I see a lot of boys. So she's adding a little more information, and this is one of our first of all, she repeated what I said. She's in the enriched input using the photo and the open-ended question here as well. So, and we did a linguistic recast with an extension.
Yep. Next, the clinician might use some of the words provided on the bottom. These are vocabulary words that apply to the scene. And so I might say, let's look for some of these objects. Do you see a teddy bear?
I see a teddy bear.
Yes, the girl is holding a teddy bear.
Again, extension.
Now, what else? What else is the girl doing?
Standing.
She is standing, and she is holding her dad's hand. Why don't you ask me to look for an object?
Find puck.
The puck. I see the puck right here. What do you think the boy is doing with the puck?
Boy is playing.
Yes, the boy is playing hockey with the puck. Have you ever seen someone play hockey?
No.
No, you'll have to see it this upcoming winter.
It is also important to include rare words when working with a client because although these words may not be used often in our vocabulary, it is very important to know the words for conversation.
We'll use the next 2 pages and kind of provide an example of how you can incorporate the use of rare words into everyday book reading. Fly into February. Come along with me. The hillside glistens, white with snow. What can you see? What do you see?
Dad and daughter?
Dad and daughter. Very good. And I think they're sledding really fast down the hill.
Oh.
Now, do you know what the word used here means? It's the word glistens.
It's really cold?
Well, it is really cold, but when we use the word glistens, we're talking about, how sparkling and bright the snow is. Can you think of anything else that glistens? Let's think. What's something sparkly?
Your shirt.
My shirt is glistening. Very good. There's another word in here that we don't see a whole lot. It's the word goggles. Can you find someone wearing goggles? This boy doesn't look like he has goggles on, but if you look down here, goggles are something we can wear in our eyes. And they're good to wear when it's really cold or you might get snow or dirt in your eyes. Or when you go swimming. You ever go swimming?
Yes.
Yeah, you can put goggles on so you can see under the water.
Thank you for watching our video today. We hope you learned something about approaches for developing vocabulary.